In this video, we're going to take a look at measuring angles with a protractor. Now, your assignment should be a pretty short assignment, maybe only 5 to 10 minutes, and it shouldn't be that difficult. But let me talk you through a little bit about angles and then how to use a protractor. So one of the things we know about angles is that they come in different sizes. There's some big angles, some small angles, and one of the places where people sometimes get confused is if an angle is a big angle or a small angle. Some people see angles with really long lines as being large angles, but really an angle is large not because of how long the lines are, but because of how open it is. So a small angle is the rays are very close to each other. A large angle opens up like this and you end up with a large angle. So let's take a look at measuring some angles here. One of the tools we use for measuring angles is called a protractor, and this is what a protractor looks like. So what we're going to do to use the protractor is we're going to move it by the blue dot, and we're going to put it on the vertex, the corner of my angle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this green dot and I want to line it up with my first side. So see, I've lined it up with that first side. It doesn't have to be on the dot, it can be anywhere. I'll even put it maybe right here. Now, that's at 0. The bigger the angle, the wider or the more degrees it will have. And so notice that I start here and I'm counting up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, all the way up to 90, so it's somewhere between 90 and 100. Now you don't need to guess, because on this, actually you can zoom in. So I'm going to you can zoom in with the mouse pad using 2 fingers, and I've got 95, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, that's a 5 mark, 96, 97, 98. So this angle should be 98 degrees. So let's go ahead and try that. All right, perfect. Let's look at one more problem. All right, so now is this angle is kind of hard to see, but is it bigger or smaller than the last angle? If you're thinking about this right, you should recognize this is a smaller angle. Even though the lines might be longer, notice that the distance here, that these lines are kind of closer together, not as wide open. Let's double check with our protractor to make sure we have this right. So again, we're going to use the blue point here. We're going to click on the green point. We're going to kind of stretch this thing out. Now, if I set it out here on K, notice that this line doesn't actually cross my protractor. I do want to set this up so that it crosses on both lines, on the first line and then on the second line. Now let's go ahead and zoom in here. Let's zoom and see what we get. We got 65, 66, 67, 68 degrees. So this angle right here, we said it was supposed to be smaller than the last one, and it is. It is 68 degrees. Now, this is a short assignment. You also have an IXL that there'll be a video for as well, but this should get you a good introduction to angles.